It's Robin, and today I have two thrift store makeovers to share with you. A table and a lamp. Welcome back, everyone. I'm so happy you stopped by to spend some time with me today because I am enjoying the look of these makeovers so much, and I hope that you will also. So the first item I picked up was a small side table that I found on sale for $7. It was originally marked $14.99 and it was 50% off day, so I picked it up for a whopping $7, and it is such a cool little table. It's got an oval shape to it, and then the legs are really unique. They have a lot of detailing on them, which I absolutely loved. So I was very excited to find that. And then the second thing I found was a lamp, which I found quite a few months ago. You probably will remember it from an old Thrift Store Thursday. But I knew that I wanted to use it in the living room somewhere, and as soon as I got this table, I was like, oh, that lamp will look perfect on this table. So I was very excited that the two kind of just went together just magically. So I gave that lamp, which I picked up at the thrift store for $4, a quick little makeover as well, and I love the pair of them together in my living room. So to get started, I'll give you a look at both the table and the lamp, and then I'll walk you through the steps I took in order to transform them into a style that would fit into my home. And then in the end, I'll show you how I've used both of them to style them in my living room. I'm so excited to share this with you, so let's go ahead and get started. Here's a look at my new table. Don't you just love the detailing on the legs? First order of business, paint. I'm using an interior satin finish paint by the Pittsburgh Paint Company, which I picked up at Menards. It's in the shade of Linen Ruffle, which is a nice creamy white color. Before I started painting, I sanded down some of the imperfections on the tabletop, and you can see the scuff marks where I've sanded. Starting with the tabletop, I applied the paint with a brush, working my way down to the bottom of the table. After applying 2 coats of paint and allowing it to dry overnight, it was time to distress the table. Using fine grit sandpaper, I removed paint in some of the areas to help bring out the detailing on the legs and the table edges. And finally, the last step on this table makeover was to brush on 2 coats of Minwax water-based protective finish and a clear satin finish to protect the table. And here's a look at the finished table. I think it turned out beautifully. Moving on to the lamp, here's how it looked when I brought it home. Since I wasn't too crazy about the leaf design running down the middle of the lamp, I decided to remove it by using a pair of wire cutters in hopes of giving the lamp a more streamlined look. It's looking better now. To prepare the lamp for painting, I applied painter's tape to the lamp sockets to protect it from overspray, and I repeated the process to cover the electrical cords as well. Next, it was time to paint. First, I'm using Rust-Oleum's spray paint in a black shade to give the lamp a base coat. I followed up with a coat of white paint for the top coat. Once the paint was dry, I used a small piece of fine grit sandpaper to gently rub off some of the top coat so that the base coat could be seen. Just a subtle distressing, but I think it adds a little something extra to the overall look of the lamp, and I am enjoying the finished look. Now to put it all together, I've decided this corner in front of my hutch in the living room is the perfect place for my newly finished table. After placing the table in the corner, I added the lamp to the top, and it's all starting to come together. For a lampshade, I borrowed one from a lamp I'm not currently using, and it seems to work pretty well with this lamp base. To finish the display, I stacked 2 vintage books off to one side of the tabletop, and then added a floral arrangement in a pretty milk glass pedestal bowl. To add another natural element which I enjoy using this time of year in my home, I added an oval rock to the mix for a finishing touch. I'm so pleased with how both the lamp and the table turned out, and together they create a cozy corner space for my living room. So there you go. I love how both pieces turned out, and I think they look so nice together. I couldn't be more pleased with the outcome. And I love the fact that I think they'll be very useful in any room of my house, so it's not just for my living room, but I can move them around when I get a little tired of the way it's looking right now, and have no problem with it fitting into my decor here in my house. So that gives me a little bit more bang for my buck. For sure. And the fact that I only spent about $10 on both of them is even more amazing to me, because it just goes to show that you can spend a little bit of money at the thrift store and get some amazing looking items for your house and not have to break the bank in the meantime. So, alright, so that is it for me today. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that thumbs up button. And if you would like to see more videos like this, or have any ideas for future videos for myself, let me know down in the comments, because I like to know what you're thinking. And I guess that is it for me today, and I will see you again in my next video. Bye now!